Hello everyone, this is Visual Novel Gamer here, and I'm back with Katawa Shoujo. Last time we were invited to Lily's room and had a tea party with Hanako and Lily. And, well, we're getting closer to Hanako. She's starting to open up more to us. She told us about her past because she found out about my character's past. So, let's continue though. The tint of the room slowly changes from the shine of the afternoon to the orange of dusk. A clock lazily ticks away the seconds, counting in the background on the verge of hearing. But no matter how long I wait, the outcome cannot be changed. The nature playing piece makes a slow clink against the board. Like a wound spring, Hanko makes her move only moments after mine. It's embarrassing. In comparison to my 5-minute moves, she seems to know exactly what she wants to do. Me. Again, what does that make this? 3-2? Stalemates don't count. Damn, you're getting better at this every day. That or she's been holding back. I never had thought it when I first met her, but she really has a knack for this game. Chess seems to have become a popular pastime for the two of us, hiding away in the tea room, playing a game or two after class. From here, the students outside could just barely be heard milling about. The everyday noises from below reminded me of a little of my life before Yamako, though. I've been now well aware that it's a life I'd never get back to. Fancy another game? I have to finish my homework. Oh well, I'll see you tomorrow then. But what about this? Hanako points to the tea set surrounding the mostly empty chessboard. Don't worry about that. I got it. Oh, okay. See ya. Later. Hanako departs as I start cleaning up the area. The occasional whistle and cheerings from the sports clubs outside become less frequent, eventually approaching silence. A part of me still wants to be in some kind of team, since I played soccer and other sports before my accident. I guess it's only normal to feel nostalgic about what I can't do anymore. But I have other reasons than that for my coming here so often, and I don't feel so bad about losing that part of myself because of them. Lily is a good friend by now, but it's the small exchanges I have with Hanako that feel especially dear. The small victories I feel every day as I see more of what she's like under her self-imposed shell. That's why I come here most of all. As I'm putting away cups and sauces, I hear talking outside the door. Sorry? Pausing for a moment to listen, I can make out that it's Hanako and Lily and decide to go outside to investigate. Are you quite sure? I'm sure. Ah, huzzah! Hanako turns to me with a look of mild surprise as she notices my approach. Lily must have caught her just as she was about to leave. Oh my, Hisao is here as well? Afternoon, Lily. What's up? I was hoping, now that I finished with my class representative duties for the day, that I might have the two of you accompany me for tea at the Shanghai. It will be nice to enjoy ourselves outside of school for a change. I'll be up for that. I think Hanako had work to do, though. It's not all that much. Wonderful. It seems that we've decided that. I cast my eyes across the caf as the three of us step in, as usual. There are only a handful of people around at most, and the noise level is a quiet background hum. The hold Lily has on Hanako's arms remains just as it has been for the entire walk down the hill to the local town, though it's hard to say for which reason, for Lily's guidance or for Hanako's reassurance. For a moment, Lily removes her arm from Hanako to retract her cane as Yuko quickly scatters over to where we stood, but soon replaces it right back where it had been. Welcome to the Shanghai. May I take your order? She gives a deep bow, her well-delivered and professional introduction, putting her in a good mood. It's a nice change from the norm of Yuko. Just tea, please. Hanako, is that? I'll have a slice of pie and a coffee. Just tea, please. Coming right up. Please take any seat you wish. I'll be back shortly. Yuko gives a smile and a nod before scuttling to the counter, and we make our way to some empty seats by the window in quick measure. We slip into our seats, the girls on one side with Lily's cane propped up beside them, and I on the other. I realize that Hanako is not doing something that she so often does. Rather than keeping her eyes pinned to the ground and hiding behind her blind escort, bustily trying to convince herself that the world around them doesn't exist, she's merely keeping her eyes low and helping Lily around. Are you okay, Lily? You look tired. She lowers her head a little, looking somewhat embarrassed that she let it show. Class representative work can be very tiring, considering that it often means dealing with the student council. Very tiring indeed. How do the other representatives go? Better than I, but not by much. Susune is a harsh taskmaster, no matter whom she deals with. It does sound like you practically relish the job. Why do you do it in the first place if it's that bad? Being a class representative is enjoyable, and I could deal with the responsibility well enough. It's just that the people involved are sometimes... She trails off, cutting her words at a rather opportune spot. It's hard to imagine Lily cursing, but I imagine that if anyone could make her do it, it would be Shishune. Hanako looks to be withering a bit in the light of such confidence, but before I could steer the topic away a little, she stands up. Hanako? I'll be back in a bit. With that, she leaves for the restrooms. I suppose that's one way to deal with the situation, if that was indeed her motive. Lily, however, looks a little wounded. Don't worry about that. I don't think it was you. But I think she's been getting stronger recently. You've seen it yourself, right? That went a bit away. Fortunately, Lily doesn't look offended, and by now I really shouldn't be quite so scared of stepping on that landmine around her. Possible. Sometimes I find it hard to tell, though. Silent reigns for a moment between two teacups, a pie, and a mug of steaming coffee appear in front of us. I notice that Yuko takes special care to place a teacup against the tip of Lily's fingers, letting her know where it is. Here you go. Thanks, Yuko. Thank you. With a quick and silent bow, the spectacled waitress takes her leave. Ah, that's right. I was meaning to ask you something, and now would be the right time to do so. I'm all ears. Hanako's birthday is coming up, and I was hoping that you might accompany me for present shopping in the city this weekend. Hanako's birthday is soon? I suppose it would be nice to cheer her up a bit. Like Yuko, she always seems to be teetering on the edge of either panic or depression, and I've never seen her enjoy herself much outside of our chess games. All that aside, learning the layout of the city better with a friend, keeping me company, sounds like a good way to spend a weekend. Sure, I'll be happy to. Have you got any plans for what to do for her birthday? A party or anything? Hanako being Hanako, perhaps a low-key affair would be. Lily suddenly cuts herself short, leaving me to wonder why as she brings up her teacup to her lips and begins to sip. After a few seconds, I notice Hanako walking up to us over her shoulder. Lily's hearing must be very good indeed, if it was the sound of the restroom door opening that tipped her off. Hanako takes her seat once again and wastes no time in drinking her tea. Soon the three of us are quietly eating and drinking as the sun sets. It's a nice way to spend the remainder of the day's light, and it makes me appreciate the quiet and surreal surroundings of Yamako. I think I'm really beginning to like life here, as isolated as it may be. I finish off the last of my coffee and the rest of the mug on the table, while the girls talk between themselves. The coffee's here, a little bitter for my taste, but still quite good. Better than what I can make for myself in any case. The girls' discussion is mainly focused on their representative reading preferences, which does give me a little curiosity about a related topic. Hey Hanako, I was just wondering, aside from chess and reading, do you have any hobbies or anythings you like to do? She completely stopped in her tracks, looking quite surprised that anyone would be interested in asking such a question about her. It takes her a little time to formulate a response. I guess I like singing a little. I'm okay with computers as well, but I don't use them all that much. Singing? Not exactly something I expect to hear. It's hard to imagine her singing voice, given how soft-spoken she is. Lily, on the other hand, simply nods. She must already know all this, since she's been friends with Hanako for 1 year or so by now. What about me? She hesitates before quickly flicking her head up and down. It's only logical that she'd want me to talk about my hobbies after she told me about hers. There's chess, obviously, but also... There was soccer as well, though I can't really do that anymore. Reading, which I picked up in the hospital. This is surprisingly hard. Lily and Hanko look a little put off by the direction this is taking, and the more I think about it, the more I am too. It sounds as if you picked up quite a few things since your accident. Lily's candor is coated with probably the most positive spin one could put on what I said. Hanako, however, is silent. If a situation becomes difficult, her reactions always seem to be withdrawing into silence in order to prevent things getting worse. That, or physically retreating. A soft ringing gives us pause as Lily reaches into her pocket. It becomes obvious that the sound's coming from her phone. Sorry. It's okay. Lily gives a quick nod before shuffling out of her seat and taking the call, a little distance away to avoid disturbing the both of us. Must be nice to be popular. Hanako smiles, but doesn't take up the hook for further discussion. I ended up just sitting back and closing my eyes, relaxing as best as I can. It's nice and peaceful here. I wonder what it's like to have grown up somewhere like this, rather than in the city. You come from the city? Looks like I found something she wants to talk about. Yeah, you could say I was a city kid through and through. It sounds like a lot changed. It did. I'm still not quite sure what to make of all of it, though. It's a bit of a culture shock in more ways than one. You must have gone through something like this when you first arrived at Yamaku, right? I imagine most new students would. Not really. Hanako gazed a little to the side, looking unwilling to go on. I tilt my head inquisitively, but a couple of seconds pass with no further answer. But can't we deal with that on Monday? The fallout has hardly settled from the last. I understand. I'll try to talk her down. You know what it's like when she gets locked onto an idea. Sorry, I thought I heard someone. Yes, thank you. I'll talk to you later then. Goodbye. Lily's conversation ends with the snap of her phone closing. She returns to her table, but doesn't take her seat. Need to go? Unfortunately, class representative work calls once again. I can come with you. It's alright, Hanako. I'll just be going straight to the student council. There's no need to spoil a fine evening on my account. Besides, if you want to accompany me on the way back to school, who will keep our poor Hisao company? Okay. I can join you for tea again later tonight if you like. I might well need it. We agreed on that plan, and Lily says her farewells to the both of us, taking her cane after Hanako passes it to her. The Despite my offer to pay for Lily's share, she insisted on giving us her portion of the bill, and gives her regards to Yuko as she takes her leave. And then we're alone. It might be all well and good to leave Hanako and me alone to have some time together, but all it typically means is the two of us sitting near each other in silence for a while. I wonder what I must look like to Hanako. I never thought of myself as a scary person, but to have someone my own age acting this way around me makes me insensibly self-aware, as if it's my fault that she's so troubled. She might get more used to people if she were to stop being so closed in Yamaku. But then again, when even people much older than her react so strongly after a single glance at her face, she might well feel the same way I do now. It's a real catch-22. If she stays in Yamaku, she won't get used to socializing. But if she leaves, any effort she might try would get thrown back at her by the people who can't deal with her scarring. Want to order something else to keep us going? We haven't had much of a dinner after all. Hana goes brightness and nods vigorously, glad that I brought up the topic for her. I catch Yuko's gaze and she dutifully comes over to take her orders. Would you like something else? I'll just have a sandwich, special, and a hot chocolate. Bit late for coffee by now. Hanako? I'll have the same. But nodding about, Yuko turns on the ball of her foot and returns behind the counter where she busies herself fishing out bread and condiments and working the machine to make our drinks. Not a word is said between us until Yuko comes back. She smiles, gives us our food and drinks, before moving to a customer who called for her attention. I give up on the prospect of having much of a conversation with my companion and decide to just enjoy the meal, small as it may be. It tastes nice, as does most of the food here. After having a few mouthfuls, I notice something missing, namely the sound of Hanako eating. Looking back at her, I see Hanako fidgeting a little behind her untouched sandwich. Not hungry? She shakes her head from side to side. Even as she does, the patch of hair she covers over the right side of her face still does its job in hiding it almost entirely. It's not that. I was all ready to have your share too. You look troubled. Is something wrong? I'm startled by her thinking that I'm the one who looks troubled. But on second thought, she's probably right. My face may have given away my emotions without me noticing, and she's hardly a dim person. Quite the opposite. We're friends, right? Friends. From the tone of her voice and shaking posture, it looks as though I hit yet another landmine. This is another reason why interacting with her is difficult. The self-imposed physical, psychological barriers she puts up between herself and others, including me and mostly likely even Lily, is a shame that I think that we are. I'm a little taken off guard by Hanako's straightforward answer. All the more so since I was about to give up on getting any reply at all. I see. Am I wrong? So sorry. No, it's just hearing confirmation from that from you is reassuring. To pick up on what you said earlier, since coming to Yamaku, I've been a bit uneasy about how I should relate with others. I found myself chuckling a little. It's surprising how much of a relief that was. I could feel my face smiling as I pick up my cup of hot chocolate and bring it to my lips. Ouch, that's hot. That's why I haven't eaten yet. I was waiting for my drink to cool down first. I guess I'll wait then. The both of us share a slow chuckle. The situation isn't really that funny, but for some reason, it feels like laughing is the most natural thing to do right now. I guess we were both a bit wound up about each other. I was so busy thinking Hanako was the one with something wrong. It took her to remind me that I was uneasy as well. But be that as it may, It feels a little nice. A little nice to having someone thinking about me like that in her own way. Following a long, quiet trug up the hill and into the school grounds, the two of us find ourselves between the two dorms. Regular night patrols pass between the male and female dorms buildings, both for security and to quickly raise the alarm for any medical issues that may arise. The current guard on duty notices us and gives us a quick nod as he continues on his way. A loud yawn escapes from Hanako's mouth before she has a chance to cover it. I have little doubt she's fairly tired by now. I better be off to my room then. See you tomorrow, Hanako. Good night. We separate and begin walking our separate ways before I stop and look back. Hanako stands there, waving to me as she smiles. I smile and wave back to her, and after a few seconds she turns and walks up the stairs to her dormitory building, disappearing through the door. These little moments we share between us feel like a little treasure. One thing is for sure. I want to protect that small, delicate smile she so freely wears around so few people. I wonder about these feelings I have when Hanako's around, and when I'm about to do things for her. Whether they may be the seed for something beyond what we share now. I think my guy is starting to develop a little bit of feelings now. The summertime sun is something to be savored, but when combined with the clear country air, it's all the better. The track and field members are horsing around on the track ahead. Some are playing with a soccer ball, while others are talking, and a few laugh as two of them mock fight with each other. None of them pay me any heed as I sit alone on the grass, underneath the shade of a particularly large tree. It's a nice and peaceful moment after a dreary day of schoolwork. I played soccer pretty often before my heart attack, so I had thought it would be really nostalgic to watch them. What I'm feeling now, though, is quite distant from that emotion. Who's this? I hear footsteps approaching from behind me, and I turn to my side to see one of my classmates taking a seat beside me. I'm taken off guard as the two of us haven't talked much before, and I didn't think anyone would notice me here. Sup? Hi. Marie? Mayuri? I want to say, wasn't it? Just call me Miki. Surnames are too stuffy. Likewise. We both look back on the field where the guys are playing. It looks like they're getting ready to have a second game, with people spreading out to their positions and the ball being carried to the center of the field. Sure enough, the whistle is blown to begin the match and they get right back into it. Not going to play? Nah, just gonna rest for a bit. What about you? You kinda look like you wanted to play when you were watching us before. Well, someone did notice me after all. It's kind of a long story. Her face says that I've piqued her interest. I'm in Yamaku because I got a heart condition. I can't really play soccer anymore. Wanted to be a soccer player, did you? No, I only really did it for fun. My friends played it, so I played it as well. Any of those guys playing around could have been me before my accident. But I don't feel like I had any real wish to go back to that either. It's a little hard to explain. I'm still decently physically built from the days when I played, even if my strength's largely left me by now, and I got on well with other club members. When I think about it, I still feel pretty bad watching people play when I can't anymore. Yet I don't. Maybe it's a good thing, a sign that I've gotten over it and that I'm ready to become a new person. Sorry, I'm kinda rambling. It's cool. I'm actually glad to hear that. It sounds like you really have your stuff together. Some of the people that come to Yamaku are pretty messed up at first. So you're a member of the track and field club then? Yep. Been in it since I first arrived. Don't suppose you're friends with Emmy? Short, fast runner, no legs. I don't think there are all that many female track and field members. Ha! Emmy? Everyone knows about her, don't they? But nah, I tend to get on better with guys. So me and Emmy don't really talk much anyway. What about you? Well, I'm not really in any clubs. Real clubs, anyway. You've been hanging around with Hanako and that blonde Amazonian, though, right? Blonde Amazonian. I suppose Lily has the height to fit that description, if nothing else. I nod in response without making too fine of a point of things. And don't worry about it. As long as you got some friends, you don't need to join a club. A loud whistle from the fields attracts our attention. One of the players is on the ground, clutching his leg, and the others stop play to jog up to him, leaving Mika grimace. Ouch, that looks painful. The guy really has bad luck. As she continues to look out onto the field, I can't help being reminded of her own injuries. Her left arm ending in a stump, wider than a hand, has been bandaged up for the entire time I've been in Yamaku, and her injury doesn't seem that new. She turns to talk to me again and catches me looking. Both of us sit in awkward silence as she takes her bandaged arm and holds it in her lap with the other remaining hand. Sorry, I guess I'm still a bit... It's fine, really. Her tone is light, but neither of us say anything afterwards. Every disabled student here has their own way of dealing with their problems, and some finding their conditions troublesome is only natural. I'm including among them, after all. The injured guy from the soccer game manages to get onto his feet with some help, but ends up hobbling off the field with one arm over the shoulder of another for support. Probably just a pull muscle if he could still manage to walk. The whistle blows again and the game continues once more with one less man on the field. Hanging out with Hanako and that blonde girl. You keep some pretty strange company. How so? It's just that Hanako's kind of... I don't know. Shy? No, it's not really that. It's just... she's got some issues, I think. I can't really put it in a nice way. Not that I don't think she's a nice person, though. She's perfectly nice. Just hard to deal with. Sounds like Mika, or at least some other people in the class, have tried to get closer to Hanako in the past, and that it didn't go well. I think her judgment is rather harsh given that everyone, not just those in Yamaku, have their own issues. Then again, I haven't known Hanako for that long, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was some stuff I didn't know about. I'll just take it as it comes. She's a nice person, and I think that should be all that matters. Mika's eyes narrow a little, and her smile spreads. You really like her, don't you? Mika certainly doesn't mince words. Let's see, of course. And I'm definitely gonna admit it. Not deny it. To be completely honest, yeah, I do. I'll appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone. Hey, well, you can trust me. No problems there. To be honest, I think it's kinda cute. If you want to go for it, don't let me stop you. Thanks. She may say that, but she was just talking about Hanako having issues. Still, I want to hold myself to the words I said. Hanako's problems don't matter. I'll deal with anything that comes up because I want to help her. If there's even the smallest possibility that I can pull Hanako out of her depression and seclusion, then I should work towards that, no matter what. If she needs a prince, then I'll be that prince. As I think about the possibility of a relationship, I see Mika grimacing at me while watching my face. I'm no doubt blushing and looking away from her only makes her laugh. Mika gives off a different vibe from the other girls. Talking to her feels more like talking to a guy than a woman. Her saying she prefers male company doesn't help to dispel that notion either. Glancing at my watch shows that lunch break is ending in only a few minutes. Time to start heading back to class. Lunch is about to end. Wanna head back? Yeah, we better. I pick myself off the grass and dust myself off, offering a hand to Mika to help her up as well. She takes it and easily pulls herself off, showing the muscles moving in her toned, bare arms in that process. Come to think of it, why aren't you wearing the normal girl's blouse? It's too hot in constriction. The boy's uniform is better anyway. She throws her arm around a bit to emphasize her point, which was the side effect of showing off one particular part of her body that would be especially contracted by the blouse. The two of us start to walk back to the main building through the gardens, talking as we go. Sounds like you're settling in well. That's a relief. It was pretty surprising to get a transfer student at this point in the year, considering the exams are coming up. Don't remind me. Don't worry about them. Just cram it and you'll be fine. That doesn't sound like good advice. She claps my shoulder a couple of times as she grins. I don't think she takes school very seriously. You seem like a smart guy, and Muto's taken to you well already. You're like a hand in the glove. Now to work out whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I still don't know what to make of the school. I've been here a few weeks already, but I still feel dazed at times. You'll get used to it. Just give it some time. It's only a high school, just like any other. She makes it sound so simple, but I've never thought about it that way to me. Yamaku symbolized a marked shift in my life. I was no longer normal. I was different and was to be educated with other different people. And yet, I'm walking back to class and talking casual with a classmate during lunch, after watching some others play a soccer game, all perfectly normal. Maybe she has a point. Maybe I should just look at Hanko in the same way. Everyone has their own issues. This is hardly something unique to Yamaku after all. It's only a high school, just like any other. As we continue to talk, I find myself smiling as Mika and I are very different people in almost every way. But it feels good to have gotten to know another classmate a bit better. Light breeze blowing the scent of early summer around my head while I wait for Lily. Small white clouds litter the sky, breaking up the momentum of the blue. Hisao, are you here? Lily's voice slits on the breeze as if they were one and the same thing. I stopped gazing into the sky to examine Lily. Normal clothes, Lily. With a peach off-the-shoulder sweater and the tan ankle-length skirt, in addition to tan sandals. She's quite a nice sight. Yeah, I'm over here, Lily. Need a cape? Were you able to sneak away from Hanako? Yes, it's not uncommon for me to go out during weekends, so I don't think she noticed anything suspicious. That end, she has someone she sees. Lily pauses her lips as if she maybe shouldn't have continued. I find it a little hard to believe. Hanako seeing someone? Really? No, it's just she sees a therapist every so often on weekends. Oh, well, that does make a lot of sense. Lily rubs her arm uncomfortable, and after one look at her troubled expression, I quickly move to change the topic away from Hanako. Huh. Yes? I was just wondering, you can get around the city on your own? Lily sighs at my constant surrounding the topic of her blindness. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. I can, yes. It's easier when I'm out with a friend or my sister, though. I wonder how Lily gets along with her sister. Being an only child, it's hard to imagine what having a sibling would be like, so it makes me a little envious of her. Right, well then, the bus arrives in a few minutes, so we should probably get a move on. Indeed, it's a long wait if we miss this one. With that, we set off for the bus stop on the hill. It's only a small distance from the school gate, so it's very convenient. It's a nice view from here. Coming from the city, I never really get to see scenery like this. let alone on a daily basis. This area is nice for me as well. It's tranquil and away from the noises and smell of the cities. Lily's head perks up in a trademark gesture of hers, signifying that she's caught a sound. Oh, here comes the bus. I look down the road to see the bus trundling up the hill. Her hearing's quite a useful tool. The bus only takes a short while to reach us, forcing its way up the road, and within a minute we are on our way to the city. Walking around the city, I feel a distant nostalgic. The smells, the traffic, the tall buildings everywhere. It's a lot like my native city, save for the side walkways. It feels a little weird walking around a city as casually as I would in a park, but with cars rushing around underneath me. As I busy pondering the engineering maneuver that is the raised walkway, I get a surprise. It takes me a moment for me to realize that Lily has wrapped her arm around mine, extending her cane in front of her with her other hand. For a moment I'm startled, but I manage to keep enough of a lid on it for Lily not to notice. That was not the first time that Lily relied on me for guidance. She only held onto my sleeve cuff before. It's logical that it would be easier for her to navigate a crowded and complex area such as the city, while securely linked. But I'm far from being as used to this kind of contact as Lily is. Finally, realizing the growing silence between us as Lily waits for me to get moving, I quickly kick my brain into gear. You know, it was quite a surprise that Hanako likes to sing. Have you ever heard her do that before? I have indeed. We've been to karaoke sessions several times, along with my sister. I can't say I take to the activity much, but the other two like it. Maybe Hanako doing karaoke is more fitting than I intentionally thought. Just her and those she knows all alone in a little room. It will give her a rare chance to let her guard down. Nobody else there to judge her. Maybe it would be nice to bring her into town for a karaoke birthday party if she likes doing it. I'm not sure she would deal very well with the excitement. I moved to protest, but her face shows that she's muttering the proposal over some more. It takes quite some time for her to come to a conclusion. Then again, the best thing we can do for Hanako at this point is to try to create some pleasant birthday memories. Constantly treating her as if she's abnormal won't help. I think you're right. If she has something to remember apart from loss, then maybe she'll come around. If we brought her something nice that she could see every day, then maybe she'll be able to take her mind off her past and remember that she has friends. In any case, I think Hanako can handle something like this. In the time I spent beside her, I learned that she isn't quite as fragile as I first thought she was. So, shall we be off? I'm not really sure about the layout of this area. Very well, I might suggest something. I might like to suggest having something to eat first. I haven't eaten, so that sounds like a good plan. Make sure you choose a nice places, though. She gives a teasing smile, one that makes my smile reflect in response, even if she can't see that. I'll make very sure I do that. Don't worry about that. Once inside, I order 2 slices of pie and accompanying cups of tea and take them back to our table. I peg this calf as the type to appeal to Lily, small and quiet, but well kept and somewhat upscale. Going by the dainty smile she wears, I don't really know if I choose right. It's very, very rare to not see her smiling after all. Needlessly, I take my seat near her at one of the corner tables and I lay down our small meals. Lily gingerly brings her head over to the slice of pie placed in front of her, deliberately taking in the aroma. Lemon pie, is it? Thank you, Hisao. No problem, the tea's just next to it, so be careful not to knock it over. She nods appreciatively, but judging from the slightly weak smile she has, that word wasn't really necessary. I suppose the sound must have tipped her off do is precision. We both truck into our food without further ado, both of us remaining largely silent as we do so. But Lily isn't the type to appreciate discussion about eating, and I can't say I like it either. Eventually, we finish both our meals, and the last of our teacups follow in short order. Lily's the first to break the silence. That was very nice. I must say, you choose quite well this time. This is the first time I really had much of a look around the city, so all I could really do is choose somewhere that looked nice. Damn, sorry. I really feel bad for inadvertently bringing up the subject of sight around Lily, but she doesn't appear to mind much. Quite the opposite. She almost looks amused by my awkward attempt at an apology. You are thoughtful, Hisa. Sometimes I fear that it gets the better of you. There's no need to change your speech on my account. Lily truly is pretty comfortable in dealing with her condition. I still hasn't to change the subject, as I really can't say that I share her confidence in that matter. Have you lived here for very long? It seems like you know this place pretty much sorted out. She quickly waves her hand in front of her face to dismiss the notion. It's nothing like that. I attended Yamaku since the start of high school, but I didn't walk around the city very much because Aika? My sister picked me up and dropped me off. Alright, you mentioned not living in the dorms until recently. It's quite a surprise. I just assumed she's been living here since entering Yamaku. At the least, which would give her a few years here. I lived with my family for most of my life. Then I was just together with my sister, with my family having moved to Vestas? Long before Akko working longer hours, I ended up having to move. Vestas? Isn't that somewhere in Scotland? Oh, did I not tell you? My family currently lives in Scotland, the birthplace of my mother. My father's side is mainly Japanese, though. Huh. The question of what gives Lily her looks did cross my mind every now and again, but I never thought to ask that. Answer that. Then. To be honest, I never would have guessed. Considering you have no accent, I'm guessing you were born here. But much. I am thankful for my heritage, though, as without it, I'll likely have not been taught English so early in my life. And what of you, Hisao? What about me? She gives a moment to thought. She probably should have thought of what to ask before switching the topic. I'll go with, what are your plans for the future? To be honest, I haven't thought much about that recently. After my accident and subsequent months in the hospital, enjoying my life here with you and Hanako has been enough for me. In fact, I don't think I thought at all about a future for some time now. It seems almost futile. This is your last year of school. After this, you'll have to fend for yourself, one way or the other. Not like I don't know that, I just haven't put much thought into it since then. She opens her mouth to continue, but gives a small sigh instead. She seems to have realized that she really doesn't know enough about my situation to go too deeply into this. Well, we all have our own pace. I'm just hope you take any chance you see. I'll understand. I'll think about it. As we walk back out into the city, Lily takes my arm once again. So, did you get any good ideas for a present? To be honest, no. I've never been very good at picking them. Same here, I am terrible at picking presents. As absurd as it sounds, perhaps we should just look around. Hearing Lily utter those words throws me for a moment. Right. How do we do that? That's just the reaction I was expecting. It's simple. You can go window shopping and just tell me what is around. If something interesting comes up, then we might get an idea. Right. I'm still not so sure of this, but I'll take your word for it. I think we'll manage. Hanako, my sister, and I managed to do it well enough. Oh, it's Akira. That's the name of the sister. Akira. I was reading it wrong. With Lily's simplest and optimistic statement, we set off into the shopping district of the city, and I start describing everything I see to Lily. It's hard to think of Hanako going window shopping. She doesn't feel like the type to place much stock in fashion, nor have I noticed her reading magazines or the like. In fact, all I think I've rarely seen her do as a hobby is read books. There's a houseware shop just ahead. It looks like mostly cooketry, though. I can't think that she might have need for that. And what type of message would that send to her? Cook more food? That's not such a bad idea, maybe. Sometimes it's best to leave those things alone, Isao. Once again, I get the feeling that Hanako experts and explorers in the kitchen aren't always successful. Lily must have had to help her with that sometimes. Let's see, next along is a bookshop. That seems like a good one. She's always reading. Yes, but there are a few problems with books. I'm not quite sure what she has and hasn't read. What about a gift card then? There's nothing as impersonal as giving someone a gift card. Like saying, I don't know enough about you to work out what you like. I always thought of it as making sure they got what they wanted. Giving people gifts is supposed to show them the level of affection you have for them. If you can't decide on a simple gift for them, how much could you think of them? Right, no gift cards. Lily seems overly passionate about this, but I can see her point. If you're going to get something for someone, then you should put at least some thought into it. If I wanted to get something for Hanako that reminds her of us every day, then what good is a gift card? In that case, what did he get Hanako last year? A porcelain doll. I thought if she had someone to talk to, it might help her ease her pain. A doll isn't going to criticize her after all. So should I be looking for a doll shop? If you can be so kind to if you can be so kind to keep a lookout for one, I would be grateful. Sounds good to me, though. I wish you mentioned it earlier. But if I did that, you wouldn't have started thinking for yourself, would you? Once again, Lily has a point. My brain is currently analyzing every shop we pass for gift options. If Lily had mentioned a doll shop to begin with, I wouldn't have thought of anything else. We wander through the city streets, but seems unable to find anything that resembles a doll shop, or anything that I could consider a fitting present. The simple act of searching is starting to clear my head. The events of last week are starting to fade away, and I'm looking forward to giving Hanako her gift. If I can find one, that is. This is hopeless. I thought we'll be able to find something in the city for sure. And I'm sure we walked down this street at least once before. That almost sounds like you're giving up, Isao. I'm not, but it's a lot harder than I thought. Try not to be so restricted in your thinking. Maybe we should actually go into some shops and have a look around. That might work. I never really been any good at window shopping. Lily and I circle around the city streets once more, this time popping into stores that catch our attention. In the end, though, nothing comes up as especially appropriate. Hanako tastes are often quite hard to pin down at the best of times, thanks to her incisive private nature, and those tastes we do know are hard to accommodate. May we take a break for a moment? I'm a bit exhausted. I agree and leave Lily to rest against a railing while I go to get a couple of drinks from a nearby vending machine. After walking up to the vending machine and grabbing myself some lemonade, I found myself a bit of a loss. Not really knowing Lily's taste, I decided to take a guess and grab something that seems a little girly, but not too weird. Strawberry flavor milk. Back. I walk up to her and place the carton into her outstretched hands, making sure she has a grip on it before letting go. She feels its container before opening it and taking a very tentative sip. Her approving smile afterward tell me I made the right choice. We both rest and have a quick drink for a few minutes. A familiar sounding ring brings to sound from Lily's side. She quickly apologizes as her hand goes into her pocket, pulling out her mobile phone. Do you mind if I take this? It's fine, don't worry. She nods to me in thanks before turning away and flipping the phone open, bringing it to the side of her face as she picks up the call. Going by the tone of Lily's voice, the person on the other end is no doubt some friends. Or another. I tune out their conversation pretty quickly, as the snippets that Lily says makes it sound like little more than gossip. Without much else to do, I find myself watching Lily. She really is a pretty girl, which would hardly hurt her popability in school. It's interesting just how much Hanako and Lily contrast with each other, and other personality and appearance. For a few minutes, I just lean back and drink, watching her. Before long, Lily says her goodbyes to the person she's talking to and hangs up, placing her phone back in her pocket and leaning back against the railing as before. Sorry, just a friend from class. I take one final swing from my can before throwing it into the bin. Lily gives me her carton to throw away soon after, finishing it off relatively quickly. You seem to have a lot of friends. Oh? Lily waits for me to continue. Her interest peaks. I was just thinking that you and Hanako contrast really heavily. It's hard to imagine Hanako doing a lot of things you do, or knowing the people you know. You seem to think about Hanako quite a bit. I don't know. It's just she's mysterious, I guess. I kinda want to know more about her, which isn't that easy. It almost sounds like you're doubting your relationship to her. I don't think it's that. I just want to do more for her, being her friend and all. I don't even really know how she sees me. This statement seems to interest Lily quite a bit. I wonder if Hanako said anything about me to Lily during their conversations. I'm about to ask what's on her mind as she picks herself up from the railing. Shall we be off then? Her voice and expression shows that she's playing games with me. Lily knows damn well that she's leaving me hanging. With a sigh, I pick myself up off the railing as well. And have a brief look around. We have stuff to do, so I'll just try and get back to her about this later. Tucked in between a newsstand and a convenience store, and it is a small shop. The sign above the door reads Autos, Antiques, in decrepit English script. It would be easy to miss if we were walking along the street. But since we're stationary and I'm purposely looking around, it's just noticeable. Say, Lily, that doll you got Hanako, was it new? Well, yes, but I'm not quite sure I know what you mean. I think I found our shop. It's across the street. Oh, what is it? Some kind of toy shop? It's an antique shop. I think it's going to be our best bet. Really? I didn't know we even had one of these near here. Neither did I. I missed it the first time we went by here. It's pretty well hidden. Well then, it can't hurt to check. Inspired by this new find, we quickly dust ourselves off and head towards the store. Lily's hand finding its way to my elbow for guidance. The store has a strange musk scent to it. The layout is more like a garage than a store. Things are strewed around the floor without any immediate semblance of order. The shopkeep gives us an almost bored look, though. His particularly small eyes, his face looks weary and tired, and his dress style is distinctly artistic. He gives us a polite nod of welcome before going back to his book. Lily holds tightly onto my arm, and I find myself having to split my efforts between making sure we don't miss a potential gift for Hanako and making sure Lily doesn't inabruptly bump into anything. The task is quite difficult given the hazardous way the store is laid out and the many things poking out of the shelves. There are sitting pieces of furniture, but eventually we safely arrive at an old desk covered in dolls and teddy bears. I think this is the right place. They pretty much have every kind of doll you can imagine here. That should make the choice much simpler. Could you please pick one for me, Hisao? I had a feeling that it would come to this. I picture Hanako in mind and try to imagine which of the dolls before me would suit her the best. My eyes wander across the collection. Each one is as exquisite as the one before. The sheer number of styles is boggling, but eventually one catches my eye. Here, what about this one? I pick up a small porcelain doll that looks to be at least somewhat affordable, dressed in a Victorian-era green dress with a little brown hat sitting atop its blonde hair. It looks a little like Lily. I gently pass it to her, who deliberately feels her way around the object, while wearing a look of slight concern. It certainly feels beautiful. Do you think it would suit Hanako in your opinion? I think it would. It could look good in her room. In that case, I'll trust your judgment. Will you be getting her something as well, or shall this be a shared gift? I'm not sure. I think I maybe should. I think I should get her something myself, but I don't think getting her another doll is such a great idea. Maybe. I let my voice trail off as I look around the shop. Resting on a writing table not far from us is a decorative box that catches my eye. Wait here, I think I found something. My, that was fast. I gingerly walk through a collection of crystal glassware and pick up the box. The wood sides are covered in carvings depicting ancient battles around a castle. The top, however, looks far too familiar. Altering squares of white and black vanished wood are arranged on the lid. That's a real nice item. It's a chess set from overseas. The store owner's sudden appearance startles me a little. I didn't see him approaching at all. I suppose he's trying to help us because we don't really look like we know what we're looking for. Or on the other hand, maybe he wants to keep an eye on us because he suspects we might shoplift instead. I'm looking for a present for a friend. I see. In that case, this chess set would make a fine choice. Realization floods into my mind. This is a pretty good looking set, but this is an antique shop. They're not well known for their bargain prices. How old is this? This is a reproduction. My best estimate is that it's about 5 years old. I see. How much? He thinks a little before telling me, which is slightly disconcerting. I'll let you take this for 7,000 yen. I balk a little. I wasn't expecting to spend that much, but this does seem perfect. Then again, maybe that's a testament to how well he worked out how much he could make me pay. Can't make it 5,000? 55, no lower. I'm sold. Oh, we will also like to get that doll. The store owner looks over my shoulder, focusing on Lily and the doll in her hands. His eyes narrow and he visibly takes a moment to switch mental gears. In this process, his smile drops slightly. Ah, I guess that means that not everything in his shop is a replica. Are you quite sure that you want that doll, miss? I trust my friend's judgment. I see. Oh, no offense. None taken. If you could please wrap it up for me, it would be appreciated. Yes, of course, but it is 20,000 yen. Lily reaches into her purse and presents 4 crisp-looking 5,000 yen notes. Here you are, 20,000 yen. The storekeeper dutifully takes them and the doll and proceeds to the counter. I take Lily's arm to guide her there. Are you sure about this? It's okay, I have the funds I need. As I said, I trust your judgment. I feel a little guilty on 2 fronts. Firstly, because Lily has just spent a lot of money on my recommendation, and secondly, because I have a feeling the vague value of my gift isn't high enough. Usually, Lily does seem to get somewhat awkward whenever the mention of money comes about. I hand the shopkeep my present and the money for it in turn. He puts the cash into the register before busying himself with wrapping the doll and repeating the process on the chessboard. Eventually, he finishes the gift wrapping and hands us both our presents. Please be careful on your way back and do come again. Thanks. Indeed, thank you very much. The store owner bows deeply to us as we leave. Well, it did take us all day, but we found something in the end. That we did. Now that the presents are wrapped, I'm feeling a little impatient to give them to Hanako. It's a common reaction to buying gifts, wanting to see the reaction of the receiver as they discover what it is. And part of me wants to return to Hanako just to confirm her condition with my own eyes. So, should we head back? We've done a lot of walking today, so I shouldn't mind taking a rest at the dorms. Lily's right. Now that we need to find a shop is over, my legs are feeling quite tired. Well then, back to school for us. I'm looking forward to resting for a bit too. Lily holds out her arm and I link mine with hers. Together we make our way back to the bus stop. And that seems like the perfect place to end it. So I'm gonna end it here today. This has been Visual Novel Gamer, and I hope you like, comment, subscribe, tell me how your day's going, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!